Hi there. In this video I'm going to try to demonstrate how RGB works with the Arduino. For this project I'm going to need 4 jumper wires. I chose black for the ground, red, green and blue for each of the RGB colors. You're going to need an RGB light. It has 4 prongs, as you can see in here, if it's possible to be seen. There we go. And you're going to need the Arduino. I'm going to use the Arduino UNO. Now, how does this work? As you can see in here, it has 4 prongs, or pins if you want, and one of them is actually longer than the other ones, which is right here. It's the second one. That long one I'm going to use to connect it to the ground on the Arduino. The one next to it right away by itself, it's the red one, and on the other end is the green, and at the end is the blue one. So that's going to be very easy. So I'm going to take the red jumper wire. I'm going to connect it directly into the red one in here. I'm going to take the ground. I'm using the black jumper wire for the ground connector. Then I'm going to connect the green. And then I'm going to connect the blue. If I can get it to go in, that'll be good. There we go. Maybe it's a little bit more clear this way. If I put it like that, as you can see, you've got the red, then the black, then the green, and then the blue. So the way it's going to work right now, it's I'm going to connect the red, green, and blue on pins, actually digital pins number 11, 10, and 9 on the Arduino. There we go. And then the black one, I'm going to connect it directly to the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, again, the red, it's going to go in pin number 11. The green in pin number 10, the blue in pin number 9. We notice they're all PWM pins, and the black, it's gonna go in the ground. There you go, and that's how does it look like at the end. There we go. Now I know a lot of you are gonna disagree with me because I'm connecting them directly here onto the Arduino without using any resistors. I know that's not good practice, but since I'm only using this for the purpose of demonstration, it's gonna work just as well. But on the long run, it's always better if you use at least 330 ohms resistors with every pin. So you're gonna need 3 times 330 ohms resistors for the red, the green, and the blue. If you use that on the long run, you shouldn't have any problems and it should not burn your light very fast. Now, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm not gonna use that, but I'm just gonna show you right now how to write the sketch, a little demonstration on how it works, how it lights up, and that's it. But if you're ever gonna use it for a long-term purpose, you're better off using resistors. So let's go ahead and jump into the sketch and see how does it look like. Okay, let's dive into the sketch. And I just prepared a skeleton sketch for now. And I just gave it a small name, a little name called RGB Simple Sketch. And we're going to start off by defining the integers. We need 1 integer per pin on the RGB light. So the first one, the red RGB. I have it set up on pin number 11. Then I have the green RGB, and that is set up on pin number 10. And the last one is the blue RGB, and this one here on pin number 9 on the Arduino. There we go. And the reason why I chose pin 9, 10 and 11 is because they can support PWM. That's it. Next we move into the void setup, and the void setup, the only thing we do is we set the pin mode of pin 11, 10 and 9 as an output, and that's it. So let's do this fast. Pin mode, redRGB output. And for the heck of it, I'm just gonna copy and paste it. But instead of red, second one is going to be the green, and the third one is going to be the blue. Alright, what I'm gonna do after this is I'm just gonna put a little description saying that set integer for redRGB on pin 11 on the Arduino. Perfect. Let's copy and paste it. I like to put some comments all the time just to make sure I understand what I'm doing. Alright, so this is the green, and it's on pin number 10. Same thing for the blue, and simply on pin number 9. Perfect. All I'm gonna say in here is, so I keep mixing the slashes, set pin excellent. So this is quite self-explanatory, but I would like to put it out there. Alright, so the next step is we're going to move into the void loop, but actually before we move to the void loop, I'm just going to write a little subroutine that's going to be called upon in the void loop in order to light up the colors on the RGB. So this one here, I'm just going to call it color, just give it the name that you want, and then I'm going to set or define 3 integers in there. One is red, one is green, and one is blue. I missed the int. There we go. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. And next, the only thing its subroutine is going to do is just going to analogWrite to output the color that we want on the pin that we like. So analog write redRGB red, simple as that. And then analog write green RGB into the green. Last one is analog write blue RGB to blue. And I noticed that I made a mistake here, and that's RGB in capital letters, right? Yep, that's it. Okay, now that this subroutine is done, I'm gonna move up to the void loop, and then here I'm gonna actually call upon the lights to light up. And the only thing right now I'm going to do is I'm gonna ask it to light up red, then green, and then blue. And in between we're just gonna put a 1 second delay to see the difference between them. So the command for this one is color. I'm going to open up 255 0 0. All right, now what does this mean? The intensity of the colors, they range from 0, which is no color, to 255, which is the brightest one. And because of this little subroutine that we wrote in here, we know that the first one is red, the second one is green, the last one is blue. So the first one is green, red. I'm going to light it up at its highest intensity, which is at 255. And I'm going to keep the blue and the green at 0. So only the red is going to shine. And then we're going to wait about a second, and we're going to move to the second color. Color 0, 255, this time the green, because the green, as you can see, is the second one in the list, and 0. And another delay of another 1 second. And the last color I want to light up is the blue. So the blue is the third one, 0, 0, 255. Another delay of 1000 milliseconds. Alright, so that's about it. Let's just verify the sketch to make sure it's okay. And I did not forget a semicolon anywhere. Look at that. It's good from the first time. Alright, so this one here is a little bit description saying light up the color red. This one here, light up color green. And the last one, just to say light up the color blue. Perfect. And the last one in here, I just like to put a little note saying that. Alright, output color to pin. Red was on 11. Let's just copy and paste a little bit faster. So we know that the green is on pin number 10. Last but not least is the blue color on pin number 9 on the Arduino. Alright, so that's it. Let's just save it. Okay. Alright, now that it's saved, the next step will be uploading it to the Arduino. Alright, now to move it up to the Arduino, all we have to do is click on that little arrow in here, and it's gonna upload it, and if there are no problems whatsoever, it's gonna pass and it's gonna be smooth. Right. Perfect, everything's done. Now let's go see how does it look like. Alright, now that's the RGB connected from last time. If everything goes well, when I plug in the power right now, it is supposed to light up. Let's see, red, green, blue. Red, green, and blue. That's perfect, so that's exactly what I asked it to do. Now there are, well, let me see if I put this up like that. There we go, blue, red, green, blue. What we can do in order to make it a little bit more interesting, what I did actually this year on my Christmas tree, is that I took a small Christmas ornament and I put one LED inside it, and here's a little example of what you can use it for. Of course, I didn't use the exact same technique in here in order to attach the RGB, but there you go. If I lift it up right now a little bit, you'll see the kind of colors it will give off. It's actually very bright, but you can play with the brightness by changing the 255s in the sketch to a lower number. It will not be as bright, and if you can actually mix and match, which I'm going to try to show it in a different video. For example, if you want a purple color, you can have the red at 255 and the blue at 255, and it's going to give you a purple color. And there's a lot more colors that you can come up with, but I'm not sure. I don't think this type of RGB is going to give us the best kind of color combinations, but it can work nevertheless. Alright, so that was the video for this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, do not hesitate to post them down in the comment section. I'm gonna try to put also the sketch as is in the description, and if for some reason it doesn't work or whatnot, just send me an email. I'll be more than happy to email it back to you. So until next time, stay safe.